We're well into October, and now is the time to start thinking about your planning system for 2024. In my opinion, the serious planning nerd should be thinking about using both analog and digital planning systems. Watch this video and get some ideas about the best digital platform you can use for planning, and also some ideas about the best analog system that you can use to complement it. Let's start with digital planning systems because they are probably the most popular. So there are a number of important advantages for digital planning systems. The first good thing is that a digital planning system will remember everything that you tell it. If you get into the habit of constantly inputting your tasks into the digital planning system, then it's not going to forget and nothing will slip through the cracks. The second advantage of using a digital planning system is that it's really easy to categorize your tasks, put them under certain projects, and then when you have projects you can also add tasks there. So you can move things around and categorize them quite easily. Digital planning systems also allow you to set the parameters of your task in a really granular level of detail. This means that you can set the start date, the due date, you have deadlines for them, you can define the frequency of your tasks, you can set priority values to them, and also identify the level of urgency. It's really good for the reviewing process. When you go back on a weekly and monthly basis to see how well you have done, what tasks you have completed, what things you still need to do, it's a lot easier to do that in your digital system where you can see where things are and move from project to project easily. And I should also add that there are quite a few really cheap digital planning systems on the market. Yes, some of them will cost you $100, $200, but also there are quite a lot of choices that are available under $100. And then there are other things like if you have Google or Microsoft subscriptions, these kind of apps are often thrown into your subscription. So it's not going to cost you too much money to have one. I think digital planning systems are a no-brainer. However, in addition to digital planning systems, you should also consider using an analog planning system as a complementary system to what's on your computer. When I say analog planning system, I'm talking about using paper and pencil to write down your goals. Here are the reasons why I think an analog planning system is also very useful. One of the weaknesses of digital planning systems is that they tend to suffer from a build-up of tasks. That is, you put lots and lots of tasks and projects into your digital planning system, and then when you open it up, there are so many things to do, it feels kind of overwhelming. Well, you can get over this by transferring the tasks that are high priority into your analog system. And analog systems help you to isolate the tasks that you are going to concentrate on for that day or that week. There is also the point that analog systems help enhance the power of handwriting. And a lot of experts talk about the importance of actually writing stuff down as opposed to typing it into your computer. For example, handwriting is said to engage the brain more directly, and that allows you to think upon your tasks and your projects in more depth. The process of handwriting allows you to assess and process information much better. Often tasks and projects need thought. You need to think about them and look at it and think, is this the best way to do things? Are there other ways of doing things? As you write out your tasks, those kind of ideas will come to mind more easily. And handwriting also helps you to remember your tasks better. Once you've written it down, it's much more likely to be in your head. This is useful because in the hustle and bustle of daily life, you might not always have time to check your phone, see what you need to do, or open your diary and look at your tasks. It actually needs to be top of your mind and in your head. So sometimes it can be really powerful just to know exactly what you've got to do without even thinking about it. If you've written it down the day before, then you're most likely to have that information available to you immediately. After handwriting, there's one more point I'll make about analog planning systems, and that's that they're fun. I mean, let's face it, stationery and writing on high quality paper, maybe using fountain pens to write your goals is a nice tactile feeling. For a lot of people, it is fun to actually use your analog planning system. They are the reasons why I think you should use both digital and analog in your planning activities. In this video, I have not suggested any specific digital or analog planning systems. However, let's give a shout out to some of the well-known ones. In terms of digital planning systems, we have Tick, which is very popular and also extremely good value. It's only something like $35, available on a range of devices as well. Todoist is another famous digital planning system, and I believe that's about the same kind of price. Mac users also talk about Things 3. That one is a bit more expensive because you have to buy a Mac version, an iPhone version, and an iPad version. And then there are two other digital systems that I quite like and perhaps are a bit less well known. They are also fairly expensive, on the $100 plus sign. I have subscribed to both of them in my time. Sunsama is really nice. That's got lots of functions and a visual element. That one though is quite expensive. It's something like $20 a month and $100 and something for a year. You can check it out if you like. I'll leave the website in the description. And then another lesser known one is Ayoa. This is a system that I currently use. I really like the visual approach to Ayoa and the fact that it has many different things that you can do with it, including mind maps, Kanban boards, and also visual ways to group your tasks. You might want to take a look at that as well. I'll put the link in the description. By the way, this video is not an affiliate video. I'm just sharing the links with you for your interest. I'm not going to make any money by promoting these. In the area of analog planners, it gets quite confusing because there are literally hundreds of options available. I'm going to shout out 3 different ideas for you to think about. The first one is the Franklin Planner, the second one is the Full Focus Planner, and then lastly, Moleskine planners. In fact, I have a video on the Franklin and Full Focus planners, so if you're interested in either of those, watch the video next. Alright then, well, if you liked this video and found it useful, please remember to click and subscribe. It would really help me out as I'm a new and growing YouTube channel here. And also, let me know in the comments, do you use both digital and analog planning systems? And what kind of systems do you have? It would be really interesting to find out. In the meantime, have a lovely time planning your day, week, afternoon, evening, morning, or anything else. And I'll see you in that video on Full Focus and Franklin planners. See you there.